The right eyes are always on me. I am worthy of abundance and success. I feel safe receiving money. I feel safe spending money. I feel safe being seen. Abundance is my absolute birthright. I'm allowed to relax and still make money. Money is currently manifesting me. I release any shame around receiving money. I release any shame around wanting more for myself. I am the operant power of my entire reality.
If you have a story about a law of attraction success, or about miracles, divine interventions, or happy glitches in the matrix, send it to me via email or on Instagram. The contact info is on the screen.
There's this big scary tax thing that I needed to take care of, and I haven't taken care of it for over 5 years. From everything I was able to find online and with ChatGPT, this incident could likely cost me several $1,000s. So I started to panic for a little bit last night until I was like, no, you know what? I am a master manifester. I am stepping into the reality where this is not an issue. This doesn't exist. They have no record of me, none of it. And then I smoked a little bit and I went to sleep. This morning, woke up, called them. Guess what? They literally have no record of me or this business. And effectively, I owe nothing because I don't exist. So that big scary thing literally ceased to exist because of my persistence and stepping into the reality where this thing was no longer a problem. Super dope.
I manifested everything that I wrote down within a 6-month period, and I'm going to explain to you exactly how I did it. First, take a moment now to visualize the next level version of you. What's different? What's manifested? Could be more money, your next level of fitness, living in a new place, in a new amazing relationship, anything you want. I'd recommend focusing on 4 to 6 things. Then you're going to write down a letter. Could be to the universe, could be to whoever you would want to thank. Dear universe, thank you so much. I'm now earning X amount. I'm now living in this place. So you write one sentence for each thing saying, I have now got this. And then this is the important part. Then you write down a second sentence about how you now feel now that that's manifested. Try not to just say, I feel so good. It feels so amazing. You could say, now I've been able to spoil my mom. I love thinking about what I'm going to buy next. I feel confident in anything that I wear. Can you feel the difference? Sign your letter off. Thank you so much. Sign your name. Then put the letter right next to your bedside table so that it's easy for you to read it every single morning and just before you fall asleep. This will help it to go into the subconscious mind. Do this for about 30 days, then put it away somewhere, move on with your life, and look out for the opportunities and signs from the universe that will guide you in that direction. You will have set your subconscious mind to work for you, not against you. I've created a free step-by-step guide for you to download in my bio.
I visualized all the time that I was going to be holding a check for $112 million written across it. I even visualized myself wearing my little favorite green top, which I don't know where in the heck it is now. And I remember thinking, I'm going to wear that top, I'm going to hold that check, and I'm going to be so happy. Because that what you put your strongest feeling into has to manifest, good or bad. So why not manifest your best? Whatever it is you want, sooner that you understand that I may not have much right now, that don't mean anything because I'm wealthy. The moment you start saying to yourself, I am wealthy, wealth comes to you.
She grabbed my hands and held my hands. She said, it's going to be okay. We're going to win the lottery. And at that point, I really believed her. From the get-go, I believed her because that was my mom. And she was so confident about we was going to win. And she said, we're going to pray every night. And by the time it gets to your birthday, we're going to win it. Every night from that point on, at 8:55, I would meet my mom in her room. We would do a prayer, and the prayer consisted of coming to God and asking for help. We added in helping other people too. And my mom said, please give me money and she would go and name everybody in the prayer. It was consistent though. We knew at 8:55 we was meeting in my mom's room. And then after we would pray, me and my mom would sit there and talk about us winning. Like we would say, oh, I know we're going to win. We would say, oh, I know we're going to win. We're so excited to help this one, and we're so excited to help that one. And we would talk about helping people. The next step that I did was I would go to my room after we prayed and after we talked, and I would go to bed so happy, knowing that we were winning. There was times that I did not want to go to sleep because I was in that zone of picturing it in my head of us winning. And it would be very simple pictures that I was focusing on, but that visual picture that I had in my head was so clear. I would take little snippets and I would focus on that visual picture, and then comes the emotions with it.
All fear is a sign of want of faith. However seemingly impossible the situation, if we honestly trust that God is our provider and protection, we're going to wind up with a happy ending. As in the case of today's contributors, the ending might sound so shamelessly fantasized that no self-respecting author would put it in a realistic novel. Yet in real life it did happen. Miracle-minded people cannot only accomplish things that are highly improbable, they can also accomplish feats that are not ordinarily regarded as being physically possible. During difficult times, there will always be a powerful temptation to give way to negative emotions, since indulging in them feels good for a little while. But as we've seen today, your reality can change in a moment. The present is being created right now. If it's your decision to retain the ego as counsel, then you're not really placing your case in the hands of your higher power. Spiritual progress is not about perfecting our egos, which are inherently deluded, but rather about transcending them to embrace our higher power's view instead. Belinda, the mother of 5, felt an unusual sense of relief after her rant to God, even though her situation hadn't changed for the better at all at that point. And with her sense of relief, her miracles came pouring in. Always regard your loss of peace as the real problem. Peace is always up to you. After all, whose mind is it that's not at peace? It's your mind, and you are in charge of what goes on in it. You don't have to go to hell every time a situation invites you to. Remember that every thought in your mind is a story you tell yourself. You can change that story anytime to one that makes you feel safe, at peace, and empowered. There's no good reason to be angry or fearful. Instead of giving way to negative emotions, use disturbing perceptions as a cue to remember and reaffirm that you are under divine protection. Hold on to peace. The moment that you recognize that a cause for fear or anger cannot be real, because God did not create it, the perception of hell dissolves. God is your provider and protection. There's nothing to fear. If we do not understand that it is realistic to try for a miracle, we will not do so. But hoping for a miracle denies illusion, not reality. You have already performed miracles without realizing what you were doing. Anyone who realizes that they have a choice between a miracle and a disaster is going to pick the miracle. Choosing a miracle then means choosing against the fearful interpretation of the situation. I will say it again. Hoping for a miracle denies illusion, not reality. Nanda said, "How short is human memory for divine favors? No man lives who has not seen some of his prayers granted." What do you think about today's success story? Give this video a like and write me a comment. I love hearing from you. Subscribe and press the black bell icon so you never miss an inspiring video. If you have a story about a law of attraction success, or about miracles, divine interventions, or happy glitches in the matrix, send it to me via email or on Instagram. The contact info is on the screen. Right now on the screen you also find a link to a playlist with all the success stories I posted so far. To retrain your subconscious mind to become a happy, optimistic, grateful person and a powerful manifester, watch these success stories every day. Make it a daily habit and notice the results in and around you. The Bible says, according to your faith be it unto you. So keep strengthening your confidence in your faith and in yourself. Thank you so much for watching. See you in my next video.